It was late, well past midnight, when Ryan finally clocked out from his shift at work. The office was empty, the parking lot was silent, and he could feel the kind of bone-deep exhaustion that only comes after a 14-hour day. He slid into his old Chevy, started the engine, and pulled out onto the deserted highway. The clock on his dashboard glowed 1:47 a.m. The road ahead stretched endlessly, a two-lane strip of cracked asphalt cutting through thick pine woods. The kind of road where there are no streetlights, no houses, no gas stations, just trees towering black and endless, swallowing the moonlight. Ryan wasn't usually paranoid, but something about driving alone this late always made him uneasy. Maybe it was how quiet everything was. The only sounds came from the hum of the tires on the road and the faint crackle of his radio as it struggled to hold on to a country station. He turned the volume down. The silence outside felt heavier than the music. Minutes dragged on. The deeper he drove into the woods, the more oppressive the night seemed. The shadows of branches swayed across the road, reaching for his headlights like skeletal fingers. And that's when he saw her. At first he thought it was an animal. A deer maybe, but as he got closer, his headlights revealed a figure standing at the edge of the road. A woman. She was barefoot, wearing a pale white dress that looked almost gray in the light. Her hair was long and black, falling over her face so he couldn't see her features. She stood perfectly still, head tilted down, arms hanging at her sides. Ryan's hands tightened on the wheel. His first instinct was to slow down, maybe even pull over, but something in his gut screamed, "Don't." There was no car, no house, no sign of anyone else for miles. What was she doing out here at this hour? The hair on the back of his neck bristled. He pressed harder on the gas and drove past, trying not to look directly at her. But curiosity won. He glanced at the rearview mirror, and his stomach dropped. The woman had turned her head, staring directly at him as he passed. For just a second, Ryan swore her eyes glowed white in the dark. Then she was gone. The mirror reflected only the black road behind him. He exhaled shakily, trying to convince himself it was nothing. Maybe he imagined it. Maybe he was just exhausted. He drove on, telling himself to forget it. But a few minutes later, the road curved through another stretch of trees and his blood ran cold. Because there she was again, standing on the shoulder. Same dress, same stillness. His heart lurched. He slammed on the gas, flying past her. This time he didn't dare look in the mirror. What the hell? He muttered under his breath, trying to calm the rising panic in his chest. The road went on and on. 10 minutes passed. Then 20. He knew his exit was coming up soon. Just a few more miles and he'd be home. But that's when his GPS froze. The screen flickered once, then displayed a single line of text. "Turn around." Ryan stared, his breath catching. He reached to reset it, but the screen cracked in his hand, thin black veins spreading across the glass like spider webs. The radio screeched with static. And then, from behind him, a voice whispered softly, "You should have stopped." Ryan's blood turned to ice. His eyes darted to the rearview mirror. In the faint glow of the dashboard, he saw her. The woman was in his back seat. Pale, smiling, her lips stretching into a grin far too wide for her face, her eyes, those glowing white eyes, locked onto his. Ryan screamed, jerking the wheel. The car swerved violently, tires screeching against asphalt as he lost control. On that empty highway, surrounded by nothing but endless black woods, his headlights blinked out, and the night swallowed him whole.